The 2025 football regular season has come to a conclusion, and in pretty dramatic fashion as well. I'm James Dotson with your Friday night and Saturday afternoon highlights, the 10th week recap, the final games of the regular season. Again, we had some dandies. Let's start with our feature game of the week between the two county schools, Laurel and Neshannock, with the Big 7 conference title on the line. A defensive slugfest. I think we expected a somewhat lower scoring game. I don't think anybody expected a 14-7 final. Laurel getting the win and the undefeated conference crown. It was scoreless at the half. Teams just going blow for blow for the entire way. And then finally here, late in the third quarter, Laurel able to drive down the field, and they get a quick hitter right up the gut here with Nathan Hill for the touchdown. Made the score 7-0. Neshannock would answer right back, though. They convert a 4th down and short near midfield, and then this play for a touchdown to tie it up. Here's Eric Thomas and Tim Continental.
Stop tonight. He's having a busy night. Mazzocco going to air it out over the middle. Catch is made in space. It's once again taking off and running. It's Flores down all the way inside. The 5 cuts back. Touchdown to Neshannock. No flags on a 50-yard pass from Gino Mazzocco, and just like that, we're a point after away from a tie.
We would remain tied until about 4 minutes remaining to go in the game. Neshannock drives down the field. They go for a 32-yard field goal from freshman Amari Rapchak, his first field goal attempt of the season. And a little chaos ensues.
Neshannock for the lead. Rapchak's first attempt of the year is blocked. It is blocked. The Laurel defense and special teams unit holds, and we stay tied at 7.
A 16-play drive that stalls at the 12-yard line.
Tony Geiwitz picked the ball up and is returning it.
They're going to blow it dead.
Tyler Fuchs has 3 of them this season.
Yeah, the
they get a
officials never
4th here. Now, hold
down.
on a second. Laurel is saying this should be a touchdown. They never.
The officials didn't follow the ball, so I don't think they'll call it a touchdown.
I'm not sure what they're going to do in this situation. They want the touchdown. Geiwitz did the right thing by taking the ball all the way down.
Can't hurt. Let's see if we can get a replay, see if the ball was down at any point. Here comes the replay, Eric.
Now, Rapchak's first attempt of the season.
And I think it was. I don't think I think that ball was live. It was a miss.
Eric, Tim, yes, that ball was never down, but right when the ball was blocked, the whistle blew like it was an extra point. An extra point, it's a dead ball immediately. Because of the inadvertent whistle is why they're not able to go. The ball was blown dead, not because he was down. It's an inadvertent whistle. They have to bring it there back to the spot in the recovery.
So no touchdown on the play for Laurel, but nevertheless they got the play of the game there. Ethan Hamilla, by the way, on that blocked field goal. He got our play of the game. He will be given a shirt in the upcoming days for that play of the game award. But the momentum was with Laurel after that blocked field goal. They marched right down the field, and just over a minute left to play, take the lead for good.
Santini under center on 2nd and goal from the 8. I think you got to be thinking 7 here. 3 is, they may not do it as Carlson carries around the near end. Carlson's just going to walk on into the end zone for the touchdown. 8-yard touchdown run for Colton Carlson. And with 1:04 to go, Laurel has re-grabbed the lead at 13-7.
So Laurel, your Big 7 conference champions, they will have a home game and a number 4 seed officially in the Class 1A tournament coming up here on next Friday night when the playoffs begin on Halloween. Neshannock, by the way, gets the 9 seed in the tournament. They'll be traveling to Leechburg in the first round on Friday night. Talking about spooky, it's a spooky turnaround for this Mohawk Warriors team over the course of the year. An up and down season, to say the very least, but they're peaking at the right time. They needed a win to get into the playoffs. They not only show that they should be in the playoffs, they do get one of the 3 automatic bids out of the MAC with a win over Riverside on Friday night. And they punched early, punched often, and Bobby Fadden stealing the show in this one. Nearly perfect throwing the football with 3 touchdowns. Also ran for 2 touchdowns as well. 35-24 your final score. Let's pick it up with the first score of the game. Down close to the goal line, 4th and goal, and a little throwback here to the left. Joey Nail able to snag it for the opening touchdown of the contest. Riverside would answer, though, early in the second quarter, a deep pass here from Aiden Gatos, catching it behind the defense, make the score at that point 7-6, with Mohawk still in the lead. Joey Nail, the recipient of another touchdown here late in the first half for Mohawk on a quick hitter from Bobby Fadden. Mohawk would then get another touchdown right before the half. Good 2-minute drill, out of timeouts. They can't rush it in on 3rd down. They hustle back up to the line. Fadden able to sneak it in to extend the lead before the halftime break, and then they would extend it even further in the second half. Similar scenario down at the goal line. This time, though, a little bit different than a QB sneak. Here's Lee Moan and J Moan on the call.
That play they ran before.
4th down and goal. Fadden underneath center. End around. Fadden keeps, scores. Bobby Fadden uses the speed to get the outside. Touchdown Mohawk with 5:13 to go here, 3rd quarter.
Then for a little insurance as well, how about Fadden the Nail one more time?
Fake to Stratton, hit Nail for the 3rd touchdown of the night. Joey Nail from 11 yards out. I think that's the dagger right there.
That was the dagger.
35-12
Riverside, though,
Mohawk.
did get a couple late touchdowns, including this one here, our play of the game. A beautiful comeback catch for
Good chance
Garcia.
Mohawk will be in the playoffs. Riverside, maybe. Gatos flushed out of the pocket, rolling out to his left. Going to throw deep, not a lot on it. This is going to be caught. What an adjustment there. Touchdown Riverside. Hunter Garcia, 36 yards. There, my friend, might be the play of the game. With 2:05 left.
Indeed, it was our play of the game, although Riverside couldn't complete the comeback. Hunter Garcia does get the play of the game, and Riverside in the playoffs as well. So Mohawk is the 8 seed. They will host 9 seed Our Lady of the Sacred Heart in the 2A tournament, and Riverside, the 10 seed, will be traveling to Apollo Ridge. The other team in the Class 2A tournament got an automatic bid because Elwood City, man, they got the job done on the road at Reeves Field in come-from-behind fashion, defeating Beaver Falls 25-24. What a game this one was. Beaver Falls struck immediately, opening drive of the game, just a couple plays into the game, and Kenny Jewell off to the races. 51-yard touchdown gave Beaver Falls the early lead. They would double that advantage to 12-0 before beautiful ball over the top here to the goal line, caught by Cam Hockenberry to cut the lead in half. Beaver Falls, though, would drive down, score right before the halftime break, taking the big lead. But just like the first half started with a huge play on the ground for the Beaver Falls Tigers, Elwood City would respond with a big play of their own. Here's Brad Windhurst and Thad Surgeon on the call.
Wolverine setting up shop at the 39-yard line. Smiley handoff, Kjorton. Oh, there he goes up that right side. Can he get to the end zone? He's at 10, 5, touchdown, Elwood City, 39 yards.
Beaver Falls wouldn't go away, though. Kenny Jewell now moving to the quarterback position. Only one pass thrown all game, and it was by the starting quarterback who left due to an injury. And this nice pass, look at that, wide open for the touchdown. 2 touchdown advantage for the Tigers at that point. No panic whatsoever from the Wolverines. Drive down the field. Look at this play action pass. Colton Gullo wide open at the goal line for the touchdown. Cuts the lead back down at that point to just 5. And then get the ball back. Short field. Richard Kjorton punches it in for his second touchdown of the game. Wolverines take the lead. They had to withstand, though, a late pressure from Beaver Falls. They drive down into the red zone.
Joel Going to go out that left side. Wants to pick up the ball and throw it. Throws it down there.
It's picked off.
It's intercepted. It's intercepted.
Who is that? Is that Dom DiNucci?
I hope so.
It is
It's
Dom
Dom
DiNucci.
DiNucci with the interception. Joel went back.
So Dom DiNucci calls game. Elwood City calls the number 2 place in the MAC. They earn the 6th seed in the Class 2A tournament. They will be taking on Keystone Oaks, hosting them at Helling Stadium on Friday night. We'll talk about the other games that were going on, including a big one for Newcastle and Wilmington in non-conference play as well. That's when we return. It's Friday Night Highlights here at LC Sportsnet, powered by LCAP.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Newcastle looking to clinch at least a share of the conference crown. We'll pick it up here in the late stages of the first half. Roderick Proctor will take this handoff up the middle, go untouched until about the 2-yard line, falls into the end zone. However, Newcastle would trail at the half, 17-13. A late touchdown right before half by Chase Lemon. And then this one here on a goal-to-go situation. Rolling out to his right, Marino Graham fires it in there for the score. Touchdown number 2 of the day for Chase Lemon. That gave Newcastle the lead, and it was a lead they would not relinquish. Lemon, how about number 3? This little pop pass forward to the outside, and then it's a race to the pylon, and he's not going to be caught. Number 0, 3 scores on the night. And then just for good measure, late in the game, a little bit of insurance from the Newcastle defense. Damian Harrison picks this one off, and he is off to the races, 90-plus yards to the house. And Newcastle with a 41-17 win over the Blackhawk Cougars, and with the combined win for Montour over Montour over West Allegheny, that means Newcastle is the champion. They're co-champs with Montour, but they earn the tiebreaker, so we'll get the top seed coming out of the Parkway. But a little surprise with the bracket unveiling that those two co-champs are playing each other again in the first round. 3-seed Newcastle hosting 6-seed Montour at Taggart Stadium on Friday night in the Class 4A tournament. Jumping up to District 10, a non-conference game, non-region game to end the year for the Wilmington Greyhounds against Karn City. A back-and-forth affair, but the visiting Gremlins, a bit of a thorn in the side, just a little bit too much to handle for the Greyhounds on the night. 33-26, your final score. 33-28, the final score. Wilmington down early, but a beautiful pass here. Wesley Vascal, nice touch over the top to get it to Freddie Zahetner for the opening touchdown for Wilmington to tie it at 7 late in the first quarter. Karn City Cole Johnston would run it in, though, on 4th down. Nice little second effort here to punch it into the end zone to extend the Gremlin lead. How about second effort here? Let's send it over to 96-7 Ryan Briggs and Chris Birch with the call. Chase Mitchell-Tree, never give up mentality.
Pascal brings the man in motion. That's Mitchell-Tree on the jet sweep. Cuts over right guard. Lowers the shoulder, getting some help. Mitchell-Tree is into the end zone. Touchdown Wilmington. Chase Mitchell-Tree caps an 11-play, 91-yard drive with 11:30 to go. The Hounds have made it 20-13.
Yes,
that was the first of 5 total touchdowns in the fourth quarter for the two teams. Karn City went right back down and scored. Another good drive for Wilmington. Chase Mitchell-Tree again able to punch this into the end zone. Cuts it down to a 1-score game yet again, but just too much Cole Johnston for Karn City. His 3rd touchdown of the night here, putting the game basically out of reach. One final great play, though. Look at this pass over the top to Freddie Zahetner again, his 2nd touchdown catch of the night from Wesley Vascal. Showing some spark in the passing game. Good to see for the Hounds, but a little too late in terms of the comeback attempt for Wilmington. We will find out their playoff fate on Sunday, but they will have likely a first-round bye before heading into the District 10 1A tournament the first week of November. Thanks again to Sports Radio 96.7 for allowing us to tap into some of their highlights there from Friday night. Head back down to District 7 land for a moment. One final game in the MAC Conference. New Brighton hosting Union. We pick it up here early in the first quarter. late in the first quarter, I should say. Handoff up the middle for New Brighton on 1st and goal. They're able to punch it in for the first touchdown of the game. That would be the only touchdown of the game, as New Brighton would win this one by a final score of 6-2. Yes, 6-2. It's not a scoregami. Union actually lost the game back in the 70s to Slippery Rock 6-2. They were able to get their safety here, intentional grounding in the end zone for a safety late in the game, but unfortunately Union lost about 30 yards in penalties and sacks, faced a 3rd down and 45 on this ensuing drive late in the fourth quarter, but were unable to punch it in. So unfortunately, the first winless season in 20 years for the Union Scotties. New Brighton also misses out on the postseason in the game as well, just falling short of getting one of those wild card bids. Our final game takes us to Saturday afternoon and takes us to beautiful Herman, Pennsylvania, as Shenango traveled to take on the Summit Academy Knights. We'll pick it up here in the third quarter. Shenango with a 7-6 lead. Nico DeSalvo, his second rushing touchdown of the game, both coming from 5 yards out. He was over 100 yards in the contest, gave Shenango an extension of their lead. They would not relinquish the lead at that point. A couple of second half touchdowns, one in the third, one in the fourth for Caleb McConnell. Look at this one over the top to Trey Ross. It's Tyler Aaron and Garrett Dolan on the call.
3 receivers lined out to the left, 1 to the right. It's DeSalvo in the backfield. McConnell looks to throw, looking out the left side. He's going to keep it himself, and he will throw it on the run. That is going to be caught, and into the end zone is Trey Ross. He was wide open here on the near sideline, caught it and stayed on his feet and stumbled his way into the end zone for the Shenango touchdown.
Shenango would get one more passing touchdown late in that game. 28-6 your final score, but Shenango found out at halftime, that's when the brackets were unveiled, that they were not part of the Class 1A WPIL tournament. So no more football on the year, but ending on a high note there with a win were the 4-6 Shenango Wildcats. There's your final edition of the Friday night highlights here for the 2025 regular season. Big thanks again to everybody, Elwood City Sports, Sports Radio 96.7, all the huddle cams footage for permission to use these for these highlights. Hopefully you've enjoyed as much as we have. We'll see what we can bring up for you for Friday night highlights coming up next Friday night. Again, 5 teams in the playoffs for WPIL beginning next week, with Neshannock traveling to Leechburg, Laurel hosting Jefferson Morgan, and Newcastle hosting Montour. That's in the 4A bracket. And in Class 2A, Elwood City hosting Keystone Oaks, and Mohawk hosting Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. Wilmington waiting one more week, or one more day, I should say, and then, yes, waiting 1 week to figure out what they will have in terms of a semifinal game on the weekend of November the 7th. Until this coming Friday, so long, and stay tuned. Great stuff coming as we count down the days to WPIL Playoffs 2025, District 10 Playoffs 2025. This is Friday Night Highlights on the Lawrence County Sportsnet, powered by LCAP.